So can hibiscus tea help alleviate menopause symptoms? That was the question I was recently asked, and I actually got curious. I'd never heard about this before, but it turns out in some parts of the internet, people are saying that it can help menopausal symptoms. So I got curious enough to look at the research, and in the next few minutes, I want to show you the research that I uncovered. So let's go. So it should come as no surprise that, like all tea, hibiscus tea is packed with various nutrients. These are just some of those that I want to call your attention to. It's got some vitamin C, that's got some riboflavin, that's a B vitamin. Beta carotene is in hibiscus tea. Beta carotene is converted into vitamin A in the body. Quercetin is a plant nutrient that actually is being tested to see if it has potentially antiviral properties. There is actually some research in it for that purpose. I'll do a video on that after I'm done this. Depending if you eat the plant itself, you may get a little bit of fiber, and there's even some chlorogenic acid in hibiscus as well. If you've never heard of chlorogenic acid, it's the stuff in green coffee which some people say helps weight loss. I'm a little skeptical of that myself, but I will talk about weight loss in hibiscus tea in this video, so do stay tuned. So in terms of the menopause research, let's talk about the elephant in the room right now, and that's I can't find any human menopause research on hibiscus tea, and that's a little disappointing because there are various others out there saying that drinking hibiscus tea can alleviate menopause symptoms such as hot flashes and mood swings, depression, night sweats, and stuff like that. I can't find any human research on this. In other words, I can't find any studies where doctors took women going through menopause, took them into the laboratory and gave them hibiscus tea or a placebo or nothing at all to see if it actually alleviated menopause symptoms. That's unfortunate because, again, I have heard others say it might help. Now, just because there is no research does not necessarily mean hibiscus doesn't work for this purpose. Unfortunately, it just means nobody's actually tested it. And so I will be curious to see if you leave comments below if it actually worked for you. But in terms of clinical studies, I can't find any. Now, I do want to address a couple other things that may be relevant to this conversation, such as depression and weight loss and weight gain, which, again, sometimes women experience as they're going through this stage of their life. In terms of depression, so it does appear that there is some preliminary research on the antidepressant effects of hibiscus, such as this study here, where they took an extract of the root bark of the hibiscus plant and noticed that it appeared to have antidepressant effects. The issue here is that you're not drinking the bark of the plant. The tea you drink is coming from the petals of the plant. That's one issue with this study. And then the other issue I would call your attention to is this is a mouse study, and you're not a mouse. But that appears to be the state of the antidepressant hibiscus research right now. It's mostly mouse studies. I could not find any human research that hibiscus helped people with depression. Again, it just means nobody's really apparently given it to people to see if it worked or not. So I'll be curious to see if you've turned up anything on your own in the comments below. In terms of weight loss, and this is one of the main reasons that hibiscus was brought to my attention, there are two studies out there that appear to show that hibiscus may help weight loss, and that those results are being applied to menopause symptoms. So I want to basically deconstruct these studies to help you understand them better. Here's the first study, which I think is the best of all. So we've got just under 40 people over here, and they're given either nothing or a hibiscus extract, probably a supplement, for 12 weeks. And lo and behold, after this 3-month study are up, they find that those taking hibiscus, their body weight goes down, their body mass index improves, their body fat is less, and even their waist to hip ratio is lower as well. Waist to hip ratio is another measurement that sometimes doctors and scientists will do to see if someone's overweight or not. And in addition to all that, their liver function improved as well. And so that's actually something also very neat. Now, let's talk about the weight loss. How much weight did these people actually lose? Not much. Those taking the hibiscus supplement lost about 2 pounds, and those doing nothing at all lost about 1 pound. So that kind of says right there, this may not be the magic weight loss bullet some make it out to be. But in addition to that, if you're thinking of taking this for weight loss with menopause, I do want to call your attention to this particular study. It has some issues with it in terms of menopause. And here are the 3 issues that I found with it. Number 1, the people in this investigation were in their mid-30s, so not a lot of menopause in that particular group. The other thing is the word menopause is not even mentioned in this study. This was not a menopause study. So anybody claiming this is proof that it helps menopause, well, it's not a menopause study. So you can't make that conclusion. And then lastly, the other nail in the coffin is this study involved men. Again, no menopause in that group either. So it is an interesting investigation. It does appear to show that at least some little bit of weight loss may be occurring, but because it didn't involve women going through menopause, you actually can't make that leap and say it helps women with menopause, because it didn't involve women going through menopause. So that's a problem right there. But again, a little bit of weight loss has been noted in that study. The other investigation I want to call your attention to, which is sometimes used as proof of menopausal weight loss, is this study here, which is actually a mouse study. It does appear to show that a little bit of weight loss occurred with these mice, but it is a mouse study nonetheless, and you're not a mouse. And again, that is the state of the hibiscus weight loss research out there. You got this one study with people who weren't even going through menopause and involved men, and you got this mouse study. So I can't say for sure if it's actually going to work for weight loss for women going through menopause or not. It may or may not. I just can't say at this time. But if you've tried it, leave a comment below. It'll be very interesting to hear what you have to say. Now, in terms of side effects, I do want to call your attention to a few things that you should be aware of. Number 1, if you're going to have surgery, I think it's a good idea to stop taking hibiscus tea and supplements at least 2 weeks before surgery. And one of the reasons for that is that hibiscus can have a blood pressure lowering effect. It can lower blood pressure. There is clinical research on this. And that can be a problem if someone's going through surgery, so you really want to tell your doctor you're doing hibiscus. And they're probably going to say something similar as I am here. But the other thing is, if you're taking any blood pressure medications, there could be an interaction between the blood pressure lowering effect of hibiscus and the blood pressure lowering effect of the medications. So that's something to keep in the back of your mind if that applies to you. The other thing I do want to draw your attention to is if you're pregnant or breastfeeding, yeah, you want to talk to your doctor before taking hibiscus supplements or hibiscus tea. There is preliminary research that hibiscus may not be safe if you're pregnant. So do your due diligence and talk to your doctor about this so they can give you the best advice. And then the other thing I want to call your attention to is it's possible that hibiscus may interfere with the absorption and metabolism of different medications. For instance, cholesterol lowering medications. It appears to interfere with their absorption and breakdown. So again, talk to your doctor if you're taking any kind of medications and say, hey, is there any interaction between hibiscus I'm drinking and the medications, and they can give you the best advice for you. Now, I didn't want to leave you hanging in terms of hibiscus and menopause. Is there any supplement that might help menopause? And I would say maybe yeah, and it's called Amberen. This is a dietary supplement, been around many years. I have investigated it. It actually has clinical research on it involving women going through menopause that do appear to show it works. And many women over the years have actually told me that Amberen helped them. I will put a link to it in the description so you could check it out. This has been around a long time. It does have clinical studies, far more than hibiscus does. And that might be something to take a look at if you're curious about something that natural, a dietary supplement that may actually help menopause. And in addition to that, I will also link to my video on Amberen so you could check it out for yourself. It actually is the very first video I ever did on YouTube, so don't judge me too harshly. Hopefully I have improved a little bit in my videos since I did my Amberen review. But that's all I got for you this week, gang. If you have tried hibiscus tea for menopause, definitely let me know below in the comments, and I'll be very happy to hear what you have to say. Don't forget to like and share and subscribe to my channel. And until next time, I'm Joe Cannon. Until next time, be safe, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.